Have you ever been in a situation where you're out shopping with your children? You're in a department store browsing through the clothing. But when you turn around, your child's nowhere to be seen. Now, immediately you get this sense of dread. You panic. You're frantically looking around, calling out for your child. Now, and you're thinking to yourself, you're hoping your worst nightmare has not come true. Abduction. Now, in my case, this is how my feelings were when my child was about 5 years old. He was playing a little game of hide and seek in the clothing rack. Unfortunately, this is not always the case. Sometimes it only takes a split second for your parent to turn away and your child to be taken. Now, according to a Child Abduction Resource Center, 1990 report by NISMART, 798,000 children are abducted every year. This is about 2,200 a month, or 1.5 children every minute. Which brings us to why we're here today. I'd like to share with you preventative steps you can take in case your child is abducted, what you can teach your children so they don't become abducted, and what types of abduction that exist. There are two types of abduction. There's family abduction and stranger abduction. Now with family abduction, it's usually a non-custodial parent or somebody in the family the child knows. Now this may not seem very frightening, but serious damage can occur to a child in this situation, such as the case with Tiffany. Now Tiffany was only 7 years old when she was taken by her father. She became a slave to the family. She was only 7 years old when she was sexually abused by her 16-year-old cousin. Now she's a young adult now, but the trauma still is with her today. Now there are many stories like Tiffany's out there. The ones we may never hear are those from children abducted by strangers. Stranger abduction is done by somebody the child does not know. They have multiple techniques for luring your child in. Offer them candy, offer them money, or see a little cute animal in the back of the car. Now, there's a recent case here at the local grocery store where a mother was parking her car and a man came up and snatched the child out of the car before she could even put the car in park. Now this is frightening for any parent. So the question is, what can you do to prevent this from happening to your family? Well, the most important thing is teach your children about stranger danger. Let them know who is a stranger. But be careful when you're describing a stranger, because the image in their minds could be of a big scary monster. You need to explain that anybody can be a stranger, even a very well-dressed, polite, business-looking person. Now, you need to let your children know that never ever take gifts or rides from anyone they don't know. Make sure you don't ever let them give out their name, their phone number, or their address to a stranger. And in the event a stranger does approach them, have them run away and scream stranger, and to find a neighbor right away. Now other preparations that a parent can take is have a few items on hand in case something like this does happen. You would want to have a recent photo of your child. You want to have the names and phone numbers of their friends. And you can even get an identikit from your local police department or even the DARE program at their school. Now the DNA kit, the identikit kit contains either DNA samples or a fingerprint and your basic information of your child. In conclusion, remember that it only takes a second for your child to be abducted. You don't want your child to be one of the 1.5 missing every minute. It's always better to be safe than sorry. And this doesn't mean just look out for strangers. Remember, you've learned that even family members can become abductors. Don't let your children's face be here.
You did good.